Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Jan Roberts from Key Leadership Institute in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm a speaker, coach, and values-based leadership specialist, helping people just like you to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, as well as emotionally. Now, if you're ready to just stop going through life and start growing through life, you're actually in the right place. So today we're going to dive into the value of courage. So let's get into it. But before we do, make sure you actually subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss an episode on intentional living, self leadership, values based leadership, and purposeful growth. So, I already started with the value of gratitude. And I also want to say that these values that I've written myself because I was inspired by becoming a values-based leadership specialist and the impact these values have. I can promise you one thing already, additionally to what I said in the first video on these values to live by, is that when you actively get involved in this program and process, it will change your life. But also, I'm actually writing a book about the power of values, and these values in its present form will all appear in a separate chapter where I show my 22 at the moment, 22 values that I've personally written for you to get some insight into all these different amazing values. And as I said, today we're going to go into the value of courage. Now, a quote by Steve Jobs I found for this is don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. So, what is courage? Well, courage is an essential value that plays a vital role in our daily lives and businesses. See, it enables us to face and overcome difficulties and challenging situations that we may encounter, even on a daily basis. But in the context of business, courage is particularly important because it allows entrepreneurs and business leaders to take calculated risks, make tough decisions, and pursue new opportunities. It also enables them to speak up and advocate for their businesses, even in the face of opposition or adversity. And there's plenty of that. Courage is a valuable trait that can help us overcome obstacles, pursue our goals, and achieve success in both our personal and professional lives. Now, fear is a natural human emotion that can prevent us from pursuing our goals or taking risks, and there's many fears. But courage allows us to face our fears and overcome them, empowering us to achieve our full potential. And even about them, there's many quotes, but I want to quote you here as I'm in South Africa. Anyway, our dear and late Nelson Mandela, who said that I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. And I thought it's a beautiful quote. So courage is necessary to take action in the face of uncertainty or adversity. Without this, we may hesitate or avoid taking action altogether, which can prevent us from reaching our goals. Having the courage of our convictions means having the confidence to stand up for what you believe is right, even when it may be unpopular or difficult. It involves being willing to take a stand and defend your beliefs, even in the face of opposition, criticism, or even public ridicule. And I'm quite outspoken and I speak about my truth, and it's my opinion and my perception. And yes, when you speak up, you don't always make friends, let's put it that way. People sometimes even ridicule you or say all kinds of things, conspiracy theories, you must have heard that by now. We get all these kind of things. But in my opinion, and it's the courage of my conviction that if we don't speak up about something we believe in that is wrong or right for that matter, then, but especially wrong, when it creates disastrous circumstances or consequences because we kept our mouth shut, I would feel a lot worse about it than speaking up and heaven forbid that I might be wrong. So I really want that to be clear when we do speak up. So I've felt those kind of things. I also have my own quote that I believe in a world where people are inspired to use their voice and lead rather than suffer in silence and follow. You can quote me, that's my quote. But This type of courage is often seen in individuals who are passionate about a particular cause, like I am as well, and who are willing to take actions to promote it. Now, they may speak out, take risks, or make sacrifices in order to defend their beliefs and make a positive impact in the world. I mean, there is plenty of people now who've been sidelined, friends have left them. And I say to people, like, if you speak up and your friends, if your real friends, they would never leave you. But if friends leave you, they were never friends in the real, in the real, in reality, because real friends might not always like. I mean, we don't. I've got friends for 45 years, and we don't always agree with each other. It would be boring, really, wouldn't it? But to accept that we won't agree, we can have discussions and even walk away with our own beliefs intact. That is fine. But we don't have to shout at each other. We don't have to call each other names, and we don't have to leave each other. Because if your real friends, if you believe your real friends left you because you spoke out about something and they don't agree with it, I've got news for you. They were never real friends in the first place. And what they've done is they've now created a space for you where you can open it up to welcome real friends into your life. I hope that makes sense. But that total conviction in your belief can indeed be a lonely position, as you might sometimes find out. And it might even cost you, as I said, some friendships, opportunities, and other things. But however, it can also lead to positive change and progress, both in your personal lives and in society as a whole. It is a valuable trait that can help us achieve our goals, inspire others, and make a positive impact in the world around us. Now, courageous people don't necessarily live without fear, as I mentioned already, but they simply choose to face it. They show up in moments where others may shrink back, willing to take action even when the outcome is uncertain. Now, this bravery isn't reckless, it's intentional, grounded in a desire to move forward despite discomfort. And perhaps one of the most beautiful characteristics of a courageous person is their ripple effect. See, their examples inspire others to act with similar boldness, creating environments where bravery becomes the norm, not the exception. Like paying it forward. In one of my speeches, I do the Braveheart speech as well, which I won't do just now, but it actually inspired a nation to go and attack another nation who were in much larger numbers and defeat them. But that's a story for another day. But becoming more courageous unlocks powerful possibilities in life. It empowers you to say yes to new opportunities and take calculated risks that lead to growth and transformation, which courage will do. It allows you to make the tough calls, decisions that require strength, even if they aren't easy or universally accepted. See, as courage actually becomes a habit, your self-confidence naturally grows. You begin to trust in your ability to act, adapt, and overcome. Now, the beauty of courage is that it doesn't only serve you, it uplifts those around you. To cultivate courage, begin by identifying the fears that tend to hold you back, whether rooted in past experiences, self-doubt, or imagined outcomes. And once you see them clearly, set realistic goals that push you just beyond your comfort zone and align them with what matters most to you. And when you encounter failure, don't let it define you. Instead, see it as a stepping stone and a teacher. And don't forget the basics, by the way. Your physical and emotional well-being are essential. So sometimes you need to rest. Movement, nutrition, and mindful reflection all help the integral strength that you need to keep showing up time and time again with courage. So, I hope this is of use to you, and I hope it helps you to understand courage and also see some of the benefits and the characteristics, even a few ways on how it will help you to gain more courage. But I really want to thank you for watching, and if you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content about this, and also how to help you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I talk about leadership excellence and many other things, and some of my talks are in here as well. I mean, there's more than 260 videos now. But hit the notification bell too, so you never miss a new episode. And I'd also love to hear your thoughts. What stood out for you most today? Drop a comment and let's start a conversation. And if you're serious about living a life of purpose and actually become a better leader, check out the links in the description or some of the resources, coaching, and in ways to connect with me. And as I said, watch some of the other videos that are in here. But remember just one thing, that you have a choice. So choose to lead with purpose, live with intention, and never stop growing. So until next time, keep showing up for your best life because you matter. Take care.